Welcome back to our Bayou Classic special. Still a lot to get to for the game, but the main storyline surrounding Southern is who is going to be the next head man on the Bluff. A lot of speculation going on the past week. Some people were saying Marshall Faulk, but nothing official yet. But if the Jags did go that route, I think they'd be making a big gamble, and I really don't think they need to do that. They need someone that I feel like knows how to win at the highest level in HBCU football, maybe a little bit of a familiar name. And I believe the only right answer is that man right there, Trey Oliver, North Carolina Central's head coach. And look at that poor man. He used to coach in the Bayou. Get him out of the cold. I don't want to hear about why would he leave. He's hit the mountaintop there, and he built a winning program. We've seen it time and time before that coaches leave perfectly fine situations all the time. He's hit his peak at NC Central, and now it's time for him to run the SWAC with the Jags. And he's no stranger to the Bluff, of course, being the defensive coordinator for, I believe it was 2 seasons. Since then, he beat Deion Sanders in the Celebration Bowl, a 45-22 overall record, and a 2-time MEAC Coach of the Year. Reggie, please tell me you agree with me.
In theory, I do. I think Trey Oliver's a great guy, a great coach. He's proven that time and time again. I would love to see him on the Bluff, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen. I would have loved to see him come to Southern. As we're doing this right now, the rumor has it that Marshall Faulk is going to be the head coach at Southern. Marshall Faulk, of course, the NFL Hall of Famer from New Orleans, Louisiana, the 9th Ward, went to college at San Diego State, is now the running backs coach at Colorado with Coach Deion Sanders. That's the report that Marshall Faulk is going to be the head coach, and we see our list right here.
Yeah, you could throw that away. I honestly, before we get back to Marshall, I was on the Fred McNair train. I was like, I think he'd be a great hire, but again,
that was never going to happen.
I do.
That was never.
Fans would not.
The fan base was not having it. They didn't want to see another guy who inside the SWAC guy. So I mean, and Coach McNair, I like him. He's been a guy who's a proven winner, but I don't think that the fans would have gone for Coach McNair.
I agree. But going back to Faulk, this is a huge name hire, like Deion Sanders level. The only thing that concerns me with Faulk is his lack of coaching experience. He only has 1 year.
Well, and I know it's always going to be the comparison to Coach Deion Sanders. I don't think it's a fair comparison. Deion Sanders is a guy who literally retired over maybe 20 years ago now. I'm not sure the exact number, but he's been in a constant spotlight for the past 30 or 40 years, whether it's been a player, as an analyst, as a spokesperson. So I don't think Marshall Faulk is that guy, but what he is he's a football guy. He is a guy who will come in, and I think the reason that Southern went with Marshall Faulk is because of his connections, his ability to recruit, and hopefully, I know the main thing was bring some resources to Southern in terms of money for NIL, facilities upgrades, and things like that. If he can do some of those things for Southern, this will be worth it. But they are taking a major chance with a gentleman who has never been a head coach before. He's only been a college coach for about 9 months now, his first college job as a running backs coach at Colorado. So they're taking a major chance from a football point of view. Hopefully he'll be surrounded with a lot of great assistants and a lot of people who can help him with the infrastructure of building a football program at Southern University.
Reggie, I want to ask you, back in, I believe, 2021, I think it was before the Dooley hire, he was a name in that search, right? What fell through? Because I heard he was a top candidate back then.
I don't think he was a top candidate.
Really?
I think he was a name that was mentioned, kind of floated around by some people. I don't know if he was actually willing or wanting to coach at that particular time. He may have been interested in it, but I don't think that was a willing, that he was willing to take the position or that they were willing to take that kind of chance, because a lot of people, there was another prominent coach who had agreed to take the job, and apparently they couldn't get approval from Southern's president, the president, to take it to the board because of the cost of this coach. I hesitate to put the name out there, but it was an agreement in place for a very well-known coach. The agreement supposedly was for $450,000 a year. The president just didn't think that was prudent in terms of finance, and he wouldn't take it to the Board of Supervisors. So they ended up making another decision, which is why Terrence Graves ended up being the head coach.
And I think he was getting paid about $300K. Was that
Terrence Graves was $250,000.
It was $250.
Yes.
Wow, and that's a lot compared to other HBCU coaches.
No, it's actually right there in the pocket. What you'll find if you look at it is that Division I FCS HBCUs pay higher than average than their peer schools of non-HBCUs. Wow. And I think that's where people get comparison. A lot of times being in the SEC footprint, we get compared, but it's not that. But when you compare the SWAC or the MEAC to the Southland or the Southern Conference or other peer conferences, the coaches, the head coaches in those conferences in the SWAC and the MEAC make higher than average salaries compared to their peer schools.
Very quickly, Reggie, give us a percentage on how much of a certainty Falk is coming to Southern.
I think I would say 99 and 44th 100%.
Wow. And we expect the presser Monday at noon, right?
That's the rumor. Monday at noon, we will be looking for a presser.
Well, get ready. Set those alarms.
Bayou Classic.
Yes.
We looking in the stands. You never know who you might see.